from 2013. The difference between the new PM and the old PM by their own words. Abbott's biographers will find that despite his degrees in law and economics, his years at Oxford and a Rhodes scholarship, his years in a seminary, he has never aspired to be anything other than decent. When he made his maiden speech to Parliament on May the 31st, 1994, Abbott began, "On the corner of Castlereagh and Hunter streets in Sydney stands a monument to mark the site of the first Christian service in Australia. The preacher, the Reverend Richard Johnson, took as his text, 'What shall I render unto the Lord for all his benefit towards me?' It is just a small stone obelisk, hardly noticed by the thousands of passers-by and dwarfed by skyscrapers. Yet its message of faith and hope is fundamental to our nation's success and the key to Australia's future. The congregation at that first service was poorer, sicker, and less trained than any conceivable group of modern Australians. Yet there was nothing small about what they were to achieve. Our challenge, 200 years later, is to have the hearts that are just as big. So at this opening of my time in Parliament, I place on record my deep conviction that, nourished by the past and inspired by our great ideals, there is no limit to what Australia can achieve. Also, I want to record my deep conviction that our Australian story should fill our hearts with pride and our eyes with tears. It is a story of the dispossessed and the outcast, redeemed through innate goodness of humanity, a society challenged by nature, tested by war, enlarged by other cultures, and blessed by such peace, prosperity, and tolerance that we are now the envy of the earth." When Rudd made his maiden speech 4 years later, on November the 11th, 1998, he said bluntly, "Politics is about power." Abbott will have to negotiate a hostile small party Senate, but he can do that. Abbott was gracious in his acceptance speech and humble. Rudd was defiant and brittle. Rudd was apparently defending his reputation relative to Gillard. It is to be hoped both Rudd and Gillard served jail time for their corruption. It is disturbing that the ALP have retained many seats from senior bad performers, people who lied about bad policy. Expect Jason Clare to become the next leader, or the next following. He isn't any good, but he is younger. That's it for today. If you come by this video at a later date and you like it. Also, feel free to comment and share. Spread the love. Be well.